We purchased the land about 8 years ago, and it took quite a while to get all the infrastructure and the earthworks and things done, to get it all right, to look after the quality of horses that we wanted to bring onto the farm. So that took us, a good sort of 4 years, and we officially opened the farm in 2018. As the passion for racing increased, we sort of started buying fillies to race. Originally, we were just racing them with the goal for them to win or be credible on the track to have the calibre to breed and grow our brood band from racing fillies. It's a 100-acre property. We're lucky enough to also lease another 60 acres that adjoins us, so it gives us that 160 acres, which gives us that extra space to spell racehorses as well as the breeding stock. So at any one time, we'd probably have a capacity on the farm of around 90 horses. That seems to work quite well. I've always had a passion for horse racing, and I always did want to own a farm and go down that breeding side. My grandmother bought a horse, I think it was probably around at the age of 14 or 15. It was a horse called Judith Louise, and it won a mile race at Moonee Valley. She sort of bought it because I had a passion for the industry, and I think that initial being able to go down to the stables, speak to the trainers and follow it all the way through really sort of instilled in me that desire to be involved from the ground level up in the breeding and racing industry. I think with this success in this game is putting yourself with the right people, and Matt Becker from Group 1 Bloodstock has been involved with us from the start. He's an integral part of selecting not only mares but stallions on the farm, and I think it's a real culmination of having your opinions and thoughts about families and stallions and how they might work with those particular mares. Have that strength of Matt as a sounding board off each other. I think that really helps. I think it was a natural progression from loving the horse racing to knowing that we wanted to try and breed really high quality stock and, getting the right team around us to bring that to life. And personally, from when we started, I think now we've got the strongest team that we've ever had on the farm, and that speaks volumes for the quality and the care that we offer and the product that are coming off the farm. We've had some really good success on the farm. I think in racing and the breeding industry, good things really do take time, as they say. We had some good success over the spring with a horse called Elusive Express that races with the Freedmans. Lindsay Smith has a really good colt that we sold at our first ever draft in 2019. That's a colt by Kermadec called Tuvalu, and he looks like he's going to be a really, really exciting prospect. Last weekend, Marine won the Rubiton. That's with some key people that are involved in the farm as well. There's been real momentum, and as we've sort of started producing the stock and they're winning on the track and there's a little bit of a buzz, and those trainers are training our yearlings now, they're coming back and they're wanting to get in early and have a good look. I can't remember a year that we've done more parades on farm, and we're only still, sort of pushing into that sale now. So yeah, it's been really encouraging how well they've been received. We find ourselves here heading to Inglis in 2022 at Premier with a draft of 15, and it's very, very exciting times when all of that comes to fruition. So this is our fourth draft. It's definitely our biggest and our best. We've got some international representation in Lord Kanaloa. She's a filly, or the only Lord Kanaloa in the sale. We've got those top-end stallions represented, but we've also got some sort of exciting up-and-coming ones, be it Extreme Choice and the like. So you'll see a real variety of stallions that are going to be really appealing to that buying bench. We've got a capitalist colt by Wind on Tide. He's a really impressive individual, a big, strong colt by a mare, Wind on Tide. She's had one foal to race, a horse called Ruby Mockingbird. She's a multiple winner. So he's sort of a ready-to-run colt. You can see the strength in him. And interestingly, he's on the same cross, that capitalist over a Schnitzel mare that we had so much success on the weekend with Marine 1. So I think he's going to be really well received in the sale. Another filly, Lonro, out of a mare called Hanging Tough. Hanging Tough was a filly that we actually raced with Matt and Simon Zara, and that's her first foal was a horse called Tuvalu, who looks like he's an emerging sort of superstar that's with Lindsay Smith. The Lonro filly out of Hanging Tough that you can see here today, she's really impressive. She's got that really strong page. She's got a lot of activity with Tuvalu. And as you can see, she's really, really athletic. She's probably the most athletic out of the foals that Hanging Tough's produced. So she looks like a foal that can get up and go probably earlier than Tuvalu and the full brother that Matt Laurie bought last year. But we're looking forward to presenting her at the sales. Lot 179 is an Exceed and Excel filly out of a mare called Renine. This is a mating that we're really excited by. This Exceed and Excel filly is exactly what we wanted to produce. You'll see the dam's already produced an early running Maribyrnong Plate winner, Group 3 winner. So she's got that early speed, and to cross that with the Exceed and Excel as a stallion, it's the exact product that we wanted to produce. And you'll see this filly's a really ready to go, smooth moving type that we expect to get up and running for those early 2-year-old races. Our Fastnet Rock colt out of One Funny Honey, he is an absolute standout of our draft. He's a beautiful, beautiful individual. He's obviously by Fastnet Rock, who needs no introduction, and the mare is pretty much producing at an elite status. One Funny Honey's had 5 foals to race. They've all been winners. She's had a Group 1 winner being Vega 1 and a Group 2 winner called One More Honey. So this guy is sure to stand out for many of the stallion syndicates because he's a beautiful looking individual, really good strength and size to him, very good mover, and he's got the page to back him up. It's been a great partnership with Inglis, and they've been really good supporters of the farm. They show us the support through the interest that they generate in our draft. So, to send our full draft and every horse for this year to Inglis was a no-brainer for us because they've looked after us, and we wanted to repay the favour by sending a really, really strong complement and a really strong team to the Premier Sale.